Hey guys, just doing a recap here of my day. I am in a Shell gas station getting some gas. Thank God I found this place because I was getting ready to run out of gas. I had to take a couple detours. So I'm headed back down south. I was headed, I was in Boston all day. As you saw, great visit. Awesome. I didn't even get a chance to go to Chinatown. I didn't realize that at Chinatown there, and then my phone had died, and it was getting late, so it was just time to go. But anytime this is my first time going to Boston. Anytime you experience something for the first time, it takes many layers and many trips to get the full experience. But that's why, because of my youth and health, I'm able to walk the area. I don't take train tours, etc. Now I'm from the New Jersey area. I grew up 40 minutes out of New York City, so I've walked the entire, basically, New York City, and I've seen all the different places, and so it was great to walk Boston and to get the feel. Pretty much got the whole feel of the whole city. Obviously, again, you have to do everything in layers, so I'd have to visit a few more times, but it was a great experience. It's a beautiful place. Um, just my general thoughts as I recap. You never want to compare, right? Because every city, every state has its own feel, its own way. Again, growing up in New Jersey, about 40 minutes outside of New York City, New York City, from my experience, is by far the fastest paced city I've ever been to, and probably in this world. Um, it's so fast, it's so congested, and in one sense, I mean, it's a beautiful and amazing place to be in New York City, but in one sense, it's a little tough to fully, digest and soak in because things are like this. So Washington D.C., that was a beautiful city that I visited, more calmer and more. When I visited Washington D.C., I got to feel the sacrifice, and the different evolutions of our country and the different people that endured for freedom, whether it's the founding fathers, whether it was civil rights, women's rights, again, our liberty from the British. I mean, that's what you get. What I got the impression of in Washington, and then also just a very clean city, well organized city, and obviously a political city. You see the different political places, the Supreme Court, etc., the Congress, the Capitol building. And Boston, and then obviously I've been down to Florida, the different cities down there. Miami is a party city, and different things like that. But Boston was a unique experience where there was a lot of. I've been to Philadelphia. There's a lot of culture there, a lot of historic culture in Philly. I mean, amazing historic culture. Boston was a great surprise. Just very impressed. Like I said, a lot of different people from all over the world, a lot of different cultures, a lot of background, and just beautiful sights, man. I mean, beautiful sights, beautiful people, a lot of beautiful women. I'll tell you that. And for the girls out there, there's a lot of good-looking guys too. So I don't want to be one side or the other, but it was just awesome. I mean, definitely you have to go in the summer or spring or fall, like I said, because you don't want to go there in the winter. It's just too cold up northeast. But those are my thoughts. It's gonna be about. I'm gonna head back down south. I have somebody I want to see tomorrow. It's their birthday, so I'm gonna check them out. I'm gonna head back down south into the New Jersey southern area, and then I'm gonna see where I'm gonna go from there. I got a couple options on the table, but I'm just traveling. I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing anywhere. That's that nomad life. Regrouping on my thoughts. I wanted to make a final recap video. Um, and everything is relative to your experience. If you have a bad experience somewhere, just off a freak thing, or just meet a bad person, you're gonna have a bad taste in your mouth, right? So, and things are drastically different even when you go 20 minutes away from anywhere, right? So I was just in downtown Boston, complete diversity, complete amenities, complete beautiful infrastructure, beautiful buildings. And now, whatever, I'm about 20, 30 minutes, outside the city, and I'm in some, almost like a country town. I took an odd route to get home because there was a lot of traffic going back to New York, so I took this odd route on Google Maps, and this is like, really like a secluded town, and it's a gas station, and you know what I mean. So it's you're like, you understand why people have different perspectives, because if all you did was stay in this town here, you would be narrow-minded because you're just used to a certain culture, certain way of thinking, certain way of being. And in one sense I understand it because that's all you see. But again, that's why I'm sharing this video, is because you have to get outside that zone. Whatever 30-mile radius that you live in and that you kind of like basically your whole life is in. You have to step outside that, and not just for a cruise vacation, not just for do whatever you want. But what I'm saying is, when I go places, I try to really like walk and embrace the place that I'm visiting, and not and observe people, not just go to a different town, different city, and go to a restaurant and then go to like a museum and then right back in the car, because you're not experiencing anything. You know what I mean? And it's helped me be well balanced in my mindset. You know what I mean? And that helps you in every aspect, personal and professional. I mean, and you're gonna advance professionally when you understand that. Especially nowadays. I mean, we're in a global society, and technology changed that. Nothing else. So to fight that would be the same way a mindset fought the Industrial Revolution, right? You can still ride your horse and think that cars aren't coming, but they're here. It's the same thing with a global technology world. I mean, you could fight it. But technology made us a global world. We're all interconnected, and that's for the better, right? Because isolation has never been wisdom, never. And so, but it's, it takes time for people to adapt. Some people adapt quicker than others, and that's always, what I mean, the dynamic of it. That's Darwin, I think, had that quote where he goes, "It's not the strongest species that survive, it's not the smartest species that survive, but it is those that are most responsive to change." So to those who can adapt, and that's Darwin, right? I believe the guy who basically, came up with the theory of evolution. You know what I mean? So there's nothing religious about that, but I believe, what he's speaking on is wisdom in that, perspective, and so these are my thoughts. Again, you go 30 minutes out of a city, totally different culture, you go all these different places, but it's a beautiful thing. I'm thankful and I'm blessed and I'm encouraged and I'm thankful I found a gas station, because let me tell you something, you're having a great time, great experience, but if you get stuck, my heart goes out. I see all the people on the side of the road, they have flat tires, and just pray, obviously if you could help, because it's a scary feeling when you're out there and you have car problems, mechanic problems, you're on the side of the road. I mean, talk about how one thing can change, and then your whole experience, your whole mind is in a different place. So just sharing my recap thoughts. City of Boston, excellent, man. Definitely recommend it. Headed back south into New York and then into New Jersey, and then I go from there. But we'll regroup another day, and I hope you're having fun out there in YouTube world, and other channels are inspiring you. My channel hopefully is inspiring you, but ultimately never forget, I'm gonna do me. You understand what I'm saying? And I always want to listen and be accommodating, but I'll always be me. You know what I mean? Because any other way is not serving you. You understand what I'm saying? If I make videos, or if I do something just to make you happy, that doesn't make you happy. You make everybody mad when you try to make everybody happy. You understand what I'm saying? And I've learned that in life. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be me, and these videos are gonna reflect who I am, and they're gonna reflect what I and that's it. All right. So be you, stay inspired, go in peace.